Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing a Metaphys deck profile. I know it's like so many months since the booster set that last had in Metaphys support, but whatever, I like to do what I want to do. So let's just get started. So first off, I play 3 Metaphys Ragnarok. So its effect is, when normal or special summon, you can banish the top 3 cards of your deck, and then it gets 500 attack for each. And then its second effect is when it inflicts damage to your opponent, you can special summon a Metaphys from your hand. So this card is your pretty much main key card that you need to run in the deck. And it's a tuner too, so just remember that. And the main reason is because all the Metaphys cards require you pretty much have the effect when they banish. Their effects will activate by shuffling it back to the deck during the next standby phase. And the second part of the effect, which sometimes you might trigger, but is where when it's special summoned by a Metaphys monster, their effects will activate when they're summoned. So, and that's why you want to play 3 copies of this. And although the main reason you really want to play 3 copies is obviously for the banish the top 3 cards from your deck. So next, for the actual cards that have those effects, I played 3 Metaphys Decoy Dragon. So its pendulum effect is when one of your Metaphys cards is being attacked, you can target one of your banished Metaphys monsters or cards or monster in your graveyard and banish this card and special summon it. And that banishing this card is going to be really important because, of course, when a Metaphys is banished, with the exception of certain cards, their effects will trigger. So its main monster effect is, when this card is banished, you can special summon it during the next standby phase. And also its monster other effect, where when it's on the field, is when this card is attacked, you can target one of your banished Metaphys or one in the graveyard and special summon it. So that's why you would run this at 3, and also because it's a level 2 and it's easy to summon as well, and it's a defensive card. So next, I run 3 Metaphys Daedalus. So its banished effect is, of course, next standby phase, shuffle it into the deck, and then banish another Metaphys card from your deck. So of course that will help you do another banishment effect. So this is essentially like, if you're forced to banish this one, you could get another one that is the right card that you want. And its special summon effect when summoned by a Metaphys monster. So when special summoned by a Metaphys monster, you can banish all non-Metaphys cards on the field. So of course this card will help you nuke, well, Metaphys monsters, by the way. So this card can help you nuke, and that's the main reason why you run 3. Is mainly I mainly use this card for the special summon effect, where you banish all non-Metaphys monsters on the field. Next, and this is your main searcher, Metaphys Metaphys. So of course, like I said, this is searcher. When banished, return from your deck, search your deck for a Metaphys card. It could be any Metaphys card, so even spells and traps. And its special summon effect is banish all set spell and traps on the field. So next I run 3 Metaphys Tyrant Dragon. So its banish effect is, of course, shuffle it back to the deck, of course, and then special summon a Metaphys monster from your hand. So of course this is a very essential card if you're trying to do the special summon Metaphys a Metaphys monster with an effect. So to activate their second effect. So of course you would have to run 3. And the second effect, which of course it has its own when special summoned by a Metaphys monster. First off, this card is unaffected by traps, so although it's not like it's going to really matter as much. So the special summon effect is that when you attack a monster, it can attack a second time in a row after the battle. And of course, and I almost forgot, that when you use its special summon effect to banish effect to special summon a Metaphys monster, that Metaphys monster gets banished in the next end phase. And now for the boss monster, but you don't really need to run it, but I chose to. I run Metaphys Executioner. So to summon it, you have to first well, the only way to summon it, if I remember correctly, you special summon. You banish 5 Metaphys cards from your graveyard. So it doesn't have to be monsters, but it's best to be monsters. And you special summon this from your hand. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects and cannot be banished. So this card's already immune by pretty much all your Metaphys abilities that would banish cards from the field. And once per turn, if you have less cards than your opponent, you can special summon a Metaphys monster from your banish zone. And of course, it has to be face up. So this card can help you with comeback. That's why I just run it. You don't really need to play it, but I think it's a good card to run. And now so that's for the Metaphys monsters. Now for the extra deck engine. You don't have to play an extra deck engine, but I chose to. I run 3 Photon Thrashers. So of course you could run 2 copies if you want, and if you want to go for like a level 7 engine, you can also run Marauding Captain, but I'm always afraid of running a level 3 run something with not same level, because if you're stuck with something like Goblinberg, because I run Goblinberg as well for extra deck reasons. So if you're stuck with like these 2 cards for some reason, you could at least go for rank 4. And that's the main reason why sticking with level 4s and not run Marauding Captain. I'm also running these because they're warriors, and of course reinforcement is a thing, so that's another reason. And because they're all light monsters, you run Honest. I'm trying to get my second copy, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna probably take out Basher for a second copy of this. And this also helps with the Metaphys Ragnarok if you do need it. And now for the spells, I run 2 Metaphys Factor. So its effect is that, of course, it will let you normal summon a level 5 or higher Metaphys card from your hand. So of course, if you have like a dead hand for some reason and you have this card, you could at least summon something, a big monster, but you have to banish it during the next end phase. And then its second effect is that Metaphys cards that are trying to activate their effects, your opponent cannot activate card effects while your Metaphys effects are activating. And then next I play 3 Metaphys, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And this is your main key card that you have to run at 3 technically, because technically you just need to have at least 1 copy on the field to get ready. So its effect is, first off, depending on the turn that you play it, it'll do one of these 2 bullet point effects. So to activate it, you of course to activate one of those effects, you banish 1 Metaphys card from your hand and then draw a card. And then depending on the turn, it gets one of those effects. So during your turn, your opponent's monsters loses 500 attack and defense. Well, actually, all monsters except Metaphys. So technically, it will be your opponent. And then the second effect is the second one is if it's during your opponent's turn, all your opponent's monsters go to defense. So of course, this pretty much helps defensive playstyle, other than on link monsters. But of course, this card you would definitely have to play 3 up because it helps you trigger your Metaphys cards effect by banishing them. So that's why you run 3. Next, since all those Metaphys spells are gone, you run the Golden Sarko, because this card just pretty much instantly get you your Metaphys effects. And then Dimensional Fissure, because you want all your Metaphys cards to be banished anyway, so this card is definitely going to be run. And then I don't have Pot of Extravagance, so I'm playing the 2 trade-ins. Considering that you have 8 level 8s, why not? And then because I'm playing an extra deck engine filled with warriors, I play the 1 Reinforcements of the army. So that's it for the spells. And now for the traps, I play 2 Metaphys Dimension. So when an opponent's monster is special summoned, you can special summon one of your banished Metaphys. Although they're most likely not going to be there, because when they're already banished, you're probably going to get them back to you're probably going to shuffle them back to the deck just to activate their effects, with the exception of probably the level 7 Metaphys. And its second ability is when your Metaphys card is when your Metaphys monster is still on the field while this card is face up, you can banish one of your opponent's cards. Not really likely to activate, but still. And then next, this is actually one that you should run 3, and it's my main Golden Sarcophagus target. I play 3 Metaphys Ascension. So its ability is, well, when you activate, you can discard one card and then draw one, and then banish a Metaphys card other than this one from your deck. So instantly trigger your Metaphys cards immediately. But not only that, its second effect is the main reason why this is my main Golden Sarcophagus target. When it's banished, you can add 1 Metaphys card from your deck to your hand. So you could just play Golden Sarco, banish this, and then this card will activate, banishing another Metaphys card, and then you could get this back right after to activate later. And now, since every Metaphys card is a worm monster, you're going to want to play Waterfall of Dragon Souls, which lets you search for, well, a worm monster from your deck. Just wish it was a spell instead, but whatever. And the other effect that you could activate is discard as many worm monsters from your hand, and then draw the same number of cards plus 1. So you're getting some value out of it, but you mainly want to use it for the search ability. And then for my final main deck card, Macros Cosmos, same reason as Dimensional Fissure. You want them all banished, so that's why you play it. And now for the extra deck, I play 2 Metaphys Horus. And so its effect is, depending on which non-tuner that you use it to summon with, it activates one of those effects. The main one you're going to be using is the Pendulum one because of Metaphys Decoy Dragon, which lets you take control of one of your opponent's monsters, but you cannot attack during the turn you do it. The other 2 you don't need to care. And then just for generic stuff, I play the Scarlet Red Dragon Ultramarine. Yes, Ghost Rare, I know. And then the Crimson Blader if I'm going against high level monster decks. And then Stardust Dragons, put Spark Dragon, and then more level 6 because I can. Red Wyvern and Brio. Sometimes Brio with Dead Hand, but you really don't need to do it. And then for Exceeds, I run the Dark Rebellion, Utopia, and then number 101, Castile, Exciton Knight, and then Cowboy, and then the number 60 because why not? You could technically run any extra deck card that you wish. I mean, Metaphys Ragnarok is a tuner, so technically you can run a bunch of synchros as well. And I would recommend an extra deck engine like Photon Thrasher and Goblinberg, because then those are still warriors and you could at least run something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, even though it's so bad, but whatever. Thanks for watching, and come back another time for those fun videos that I do.